Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 202. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on July 20th, 2025. I hope you enjoyed the video. So let's try the turret here. I didn't forget what I was doing, you forgot what I was doing. Alright, so we'll do the same thing here. I forget exactly how many deep this was, but I can count based on this. Like so, I think. Nope, I goofed because there's more... Yeah, there's more distance here. Oh, my goodness. It starts 2 blocks farther back than I expected. That's okay. This feels like more than 2 blocks. What's going on here? One, two, three. Oh, it's maybe... 1, 2, and 3, and then it starts. One, 2, and 3, and then it starts. Oh, I goofed here too, apparently. We're good. We're good. We're fine. I haven't gone insane yet. You're insane. Okay. Now it lines up. Ooh, that is dark. Alright, so we'll do this. Alright, let's take a look here. Just thinking. So let's say we're coming up the stairs, and we'll pretend this is the fancier stairs with the garden. We come up the stairs, they come around, and boom, there's this like super deep red thing right in our face. How do we feel about that? You like the oil leather look of the block? Yeah, I've actually used this for leather seats before. It's pretty good. Hey, Sandwich Man. Are we building hard or hardly building? I think we're doing the former. And Polite is here. Paladin Joe. Welcome, welcome to all of you. We come from the side. Well, we could come from either side. We could be coming up this side, and waboom. Now, granted, there will be, more sandstone here. There will be the like the blue octagon here somewhere. Not quite sure where yet. You know what, actually? Do you know what? Maybe we do bring this tip out all the way to here. I sort of saved this here for a bit of a walkway, but now I'm thinking, I think I want to be done, actually, with the sandstone ashlar walkways once you're up here. Like, I know last session, or last stream, I said I wanted to keep that motif, but I'm rethinking it. We have a chance. We have a barrier right here where we can decide, no, now that you're on the plaza, different design language. I'm kind of feeling that. And that would give us a chance to have a somewhat larger compass rose, because this is kind of small for this. I think we could definitely bring that out 2 more blocks. It would widen the base 2 more blocks. Yeah, it would do 2 blocks per here at least. And that would give us just a little bit more oomph with the compass rose, both, coming from, from below as well as from the map. Like, this is a little small. Make it a little bit bigger. I think it would look so much better. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm going to grab a U. Plop you down there. Just going to do this side of it. Oops, I'm already out. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the thing. No, don't do that. Lantern in hand. There we go. So there, and we'll do it over here too. Okay. And like that. And then bring this in. Like so. Let's get our little map pip out of the way so we can see what we're looking at here. Yeah. That just makes it just a little bit bigger. Makes it stand out a little bit more. I'm pretty happy with that. And so we'll have sort of a blue stripe across here. I'm thinking we'll have maybe some kind of like little raised beds along the walkway here. And then we'll have the flower petal. Which in this case, let's see. So this is the conglomerate, not conglomerate. This is the clay stone. So we'd have a fairly orangey brown petal. I am thinking that I like the idea for the red coming out here. I just don't think it would go with the blue as well. Let's go grab some Mr. Andesite that I already have on me. And let's just sort of mash some of this together just to see how it would look. And of course, we could do, I'm being silly, let's borrow a color. This wouldn't be the bricks. What we could do is make a bit of a separation. One to give it give it an outline. And then we bring in the blue. I'm not going to put it down because it's hard to pick up. I could put this down, I guess. Substitute. Then we have a very primary color palette here, but that gives a bit of separation between the red and the blue. I think that's the way to go. We do red on the petals, and we keep the clay stone, which I'm guessing is the actual leather that someone was talking about earlier. And that way, we can have a much brighter petal when we see it on the map. I'm liking that more and more. Whoops. But you can eat from a bowl on the ground. I did not know that. You can eat from a bowl on the ground if you crouch. I guess that way you can have like a table, a dining table, and actually eat off of it. Hey Tiffany N, the world to come is so cool. Hey, thank you. I am enjoying this process and what we've got so far, so I'm pretty happy with this. It's a TAL for all of us today, isn't it? Do I take a morale hit for not eating at a table? Yeah. So let's go ahead and we will go all in on the red compass rose in this direction and the claystone compass rose in the cardinal directions. So we can at least do this. And then this. Whoops, no. I wonder if I can even chisel this technically. Oh wow, you can. Despite, being so far off the ground. We've had so many weird chiseling issues that I'm kind of surprised that it even worked. But okay. Alright, let's pop you back. And you can go right there. So now we have a full beige rose. Sound the beige alert. And we are going to pick up all of these via chisel. Guess didn't need to put the chisel hammer away yet, did I? Right. The regular andesite is nice and cool too. Yeah, I want to use that. I just didn't want to have to pick it up like I'm doing here. Because these don't stack with the regular blocks, so it's going to clutter our inventory pretty quickly. Now, since we're doing the diagonal rose points, I think what we'll need to think about is there will be a center line, and sometimes, literally every other block, that center line will cut straight through a block. I'm thinking that's one situation where I'd be happy to do some chiseling, and I think we'll do that here anyway. Like, because I need to chisel this down so that it doesn't have the beveled look anyway. That will sink it 1/16 of a block down, which I think I'm okay with. That gives it some texture compared to the surrounding designs and things. And then I do want to chisel this so that it's an actual 2-to-1 slope rather than being blocky. So that should be pretty repeatable. And that's one thing that I wanted to mention here is that I do want to get chiseling here at some point, but we do need to kind of pick and choose what we chisel, and it should be things that are generally repeatable, because if we spend all of our time, chiseling each individual block to be really heavily customized, like somewhere, I don't know, down here, mistakes were made, then we'll just never finish the temple. We'll be here, we'll be mog swamping it for a decade. And as much as I enjoy that, I know there are other projects that you want to see me do, and I would like to finish this probably within the next year, let's say. So yeah, I don't want to do like every single block. That's why I also had to reconsider the inside the wall stairs idea. But for big things like this, where we can just go down the line and pantograph half the blocks here and then half the blocks way back, that's enough. That's plenty of chiseling. It'll get us the detail we want for the build. Alright, so let's pick up these guys too. I think it's definitely good that we're experimenting first, because picking these up is a real pain. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what else we could do? Why don't we finish this walkway just to this side here? That way we can do a second rose point in the claystone, and that way we'll have a nice, really good idea for how the whole section will feel. It only went that deep here. Okay, we'll do that right here. We'll bring this... Did it go across here or no? No, okay. Did I bring more of this? I did. So we'll stop right there with all this. Bring you across. I think that's enough. Let's take a peek here. Not quite. We'll go 2 more blocks. But just with the road surface here. Alright, and then I guess one consideration is for the compass rose. I think normally they're kind of designed to be shaded as if there was like a light shining on them, as if this was a vertical point. But I think what I'm going to do is just, you know, going counterclockwise, or clockwise I should say, the counterclockwise side will always be paler, and the clockwise side will always be darker. For more radial symmetry. So let's get shirt. I want you. Whoops. Pop you there. Steal you so you pick up that slot and then drop you there. Alright. We need more claystone here too. These I want to kind of avoid having to pick up and replace for obvious reasons. There we go. Is the arrow off-center? It shouldn't be. So the arrow is 2 blocks thick. Yeah, we're not off-center. We're good. Now the red one, when we start it, will appear off-center. So I'll just pick like one type of block for the center, and then we'll chisel it later, so it will no longer be lopsided. It looks like a lot of compass windrose designs are shaded on the clockwise side. Well then, I'm doing it right. I told you I'm a master cartographer. Definitely told you. Let's go grab a little bit more... Actually, let's grab some more chert and some more claystone. Let's flatten you out. Because I kind of doubt 64 is enough for either of these. It is medium. Let's go ahead and sleep. Now hydrate while we're doing that. Okay, hydration achieved. I'm crouched, right? Alright, let's grab both of our fancy chisels. And we'll grab, again, half a stack of this guy. Two. All right, and then we'll just finish the rest of this guy off with the rough cut chisel. And that is 1 slab gonzo. And then we shouldn't need much of this. I'll just get like 8. Wait, no, we do need to do 3 more cardinal points, so we'll do 50 of these. This is 150, so we'll do 50 of these. That will double into 100 of the slabs, and then we'll get the rest. The other 100 will just be the regular claystone. Should be 50. There we go. All right, and then the rest straight into claystone. You were there when I said I was a master cartographer. Good. You like the popcorning effect, Phoenix? It is very satisfying. I wouldn't mind a mode where you can, like, and maybe there is one, but like a crouch chisel, which I will forget, and we will shake a lot. I don't need to hold the button down. But it would be nice to have like a crouch version that's like takes off 64 blocks at once. Kind of like the crushing bin, which... Hang on a second. Isn't the crushing bin from the same mod? Alright, next time we do that, we're going to try a thing. We're going to try a thing. If that's been a feature that I... Oh, you grew. Nice. You didn't. Less nice. Oh, that's a nice tall one, too. Anyway. Yeah, we'll need to try that. If you can do like a full stack with a crouch chisel, that would be amazing. And just discovering it now would make me very, very face-palmy, shall we say. The face would be palmed. Speaking of palms, palm olive. Speaking of olives, we do need to go and get those... get those trees taken care of, for the olive trees. What are my thoughts on the mod Bigger Pockets? I'm assuming that's a backpack enhancing mod. While I do think that the backpack is restrictive if you're playing on this scale, I think generally the standard backpack size is fine. I like that you have to struggle for your backpacks for a while. You have to, pick and choose what you're bringing home. That's going to be interesting to me. So I don't actually mind it that much. Alright, so now we have the diagonally rows, or parts of the rows. Let's get you off the bar. In fact, let's go dump the claystone, because I have a feeling we're going to need more space. Hey there, Phil. What did you miss? We are building the compass rows and talking about how we need to make sure we remember to go and harvest the olive trees in the next couple days. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to turn all of these into slabs. Do not forget to horizontify them this time. And we want... These are chiseled. We'll start with you. And we'll finish that stack up afterward. Okay, so... This is the center line right here. And mark that like that. So we're gonna use the slabs for the center line for now. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be too intense. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about. And I have a couple ideas for how we could remedy that. One would be we don't start the red. Like, we would actually chop this off, like, here and start it out here. And that way it would give us some room for like a little garden in here, which I am definitely leaning toward. Definitely leaning toward that. So we'll just take this out. I don't know. Here? Let's see. Yeah, this gives us a pretty good area to work with. Now we are going to have to taper this one a bit more sharply, so it's going to be like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 slope, so that it doesn't end up too wide down here. We want to have this meet up probably right with the edge of this, or if we're going to bring out a garden area, then like here. Yes, I am thinking the garden area might be necessary. Looks like chocolate. Sean Baby, welcome. We are building the Plaza Compass Rose. Oh. Oops. Come here. Hey, it's stacked for once. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's pretend that we were going to do a garden area right in here. A nice little shady garden. We'll maybe have to go grab some more bushes too. Fill that in. How long till you grow? 5 days? That probably won't. 7 days definitely won't happen today. Well, I think I might be able to re-roll that. 8 days, I hate that. 5 days, there we go. Cheesing my trees. It looks like chocolate. It's a very red chocolate you have there. Alright, let's go grab... So we'll just use you. We're going to use this to sort of mark out where the garden's going to go. So I'm thinking we just sort of... What if we do it like this? I'm going to do a little dirt here on this side. And something like that. And have this cut across here. It's a reasonable little garden, although I might actually have it come off of the tree. Just to make it that much a little bit wider, I think. So we'll even go here, actually. The plants look like they need to be watered. Yeah. Might be good for another Mythmusters of tired of waiting for your trees to grow? Fix that with slap and grow. Dig your tree saplings up and slap them back in the ground. They can grow faster. So we're doing this. And that would come across here, which is the same angle. All right, all right. I'm digging it. So little. Oops, not there. Don't do that. All right, so then we can dig up this stuff here. And these are already chiseled, so I can just grab them back. Okay, there's simply beeve one. As you were asking about the bigger pockets, those you have bigger stacks. That would be handy, yeah. I like the survival challenge, so I'm not going to do that though. Part of the point of this whole project is to do the whole thing in survival. So, go ahead and fill this in. This will become garden non-path. Right in here. There we are. And maybe we'll even do something here to just make that a little thicker. Like maybe repeat this sandstone design. Now, if we do both sides, that would mean it's pretty cramped. So I might just do it on one side, as long as it doesn't look too lopsided. Let's try that. It might look lopsided, and I wouldn't want that. I don't have any sandstone at the moment. And now I do. Put our lantern on to give us a little bit more room. Alright, so... Oop. It does look lopsided. I don't like that. Now, if we go... If we do this, it's going to look too thin. So what we'll do here is simply... Possibly... What happened to my health? Nothing happened to my health, Sean, baby. Oh, you mean over here? This isn't health, this is food. Health is over here. Unless you're referencing what definitely didn't happen last time. So let's go ahead and try this. Oops, not there. So sort of a rounding off of the garden, which I kind of like. My ankles are fine. I don't understand your confusion, Sean baby. The green bar is not health, that's food. So when you say what happened to my health, I don't know. I'm fully healed right now. But I have fewer hit points because... Oh, whoops. I have fewer hit points because last stream we had a bit of an oopsie. Followed by some intentional, less oopsie, unfortunate events. For testing purposes. Grab all those up. And there we go. Let's pop these in place. Yeah, it's less awkward. Alright, and once we have this fill with plants, it will be less plain and barren looking too. Alright, so that brings us to our compass rose point. Let's see how that looks on the map. So that goes out actually to the same distance as this rose point here. Well, that's a coinky dink. A neat little coinky dink. Alright. Do the trees need to be moved now? I don't think so. I'm going to have them sort of break up this this thing here. I guess what I could do is have the trees either outside of that. Yeah, tell you what, let's move them one block. Move them this way one block. Not a bad idea, actually. That way we can have a somewhat less broken pattern here. Alright, so we do that. We do that. Then we have the trees. 7 days, nah. 7 days, nah. 8 days, nah. We'll stop if I get to 6. There we go. 6 days, that's fine. 7 days, nah. I'm guessing the 5 days is kind of rare. 6 days, there we go. Alright. It's funny. When you plant them that way, they don't get the little mound around them anymore. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm okay with these being kinda... Oh, you know what? Let me see. Does this actually line up? It does line up. So yeah, so we'll have a bit of a sort of a squared off compass rose, which will look kind of flower-like to go along with the flower design here. I think I'm pretty happy with that. And then we'll make this sort of andesite octagon, which will sort of stand in for a circle. We could do a full circle. Problem is I would need to chisel. I'd feel the need to chisel an actual circle into it, and that might just get too time consuming. So I'm feeling like an octagon's probably the way to go here. Just for time's sake. And for sanity's sake. So I think the goal here is we want to have this line up probably with this. So let's come out here. We'll start with like 3. But we can also 1, 2, 3. We can also sort of do a half at a time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3. So we need to go a little steeper than that. All right, I can do steeper. Oh, whoops! Why? No, I thought I had the chiseled ones. Bye. All right, grab the chisel again. Let's fix that. All right, so let's start this on the inside then, with the chiseled ones. Thank you very much. Oh, so one of the things that the enhanced, or handbook enhanced thing does is it shows you the max stack size. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Like, I already know what they are, like, by memory, but whatever. It's kind of neat. Alright, so I think if we go every 2, it's going to be a little too steep. So 2, and then we do like that, and then that. Yeah, we'd end up real tight here a little too early. So what if we just start this by 3s here again? But we go on this side this time. Out of the way. So we do have a little, like, it goes out straight and then it sort of curves in. You know what? That's kind of pedal-like. That's kind of pedal-like. Let's try that. And I might even look at maybe widening this a bit anyway, because this is a little bit anemic. So let's fill that in first, and then we'll see how we feel. I'm kind of thinking we widen it out anyway. We need some of these. I'm gonna fix those guys. There we are. All right, so we started. Did we start here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we did. Okay. So 1. And then we're going to need to set these in a little bit here. What am I seeing here? So I need to do you. Okay, and then you. 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that accurate? Not quite. It's hard when your center line isn't actually the right color. Like, I think we need to bring you out here like that, and you like that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. over 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So I think, looking at it now, I think this is actually accurate. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think we could certainly go a little wider. Doesn't have to be much. Maybe just like an extra like block to here, which would do a lot. This is effectively making it 3 or just under 3 blocks wider at the base. So let's try that. Let's do you. And then we'll bring that closer to a point. We want it to kind of go that way. But that would also let us sort of rejigger some of this here. Like, this is a little wider than I wanted it to be. So it won't be like a dagger tip then. Hey, Narrowgrand. Morris is falling asleep. It's 1:25. Well, catch you all next time, hopefully. And have a good rest of your night. Okay. Yeah, let's do... This is tough. Math. Ugh. Who even needs math? Math isn't even real. Let's break for some food. Oops. Let's not forget. Oops. We don't need to actually hold crouch. And we're going to go sleep so we can see what we're doing. And to avoid generating too many things that will shoot at us in the night. Oops, that's not the chat. The bed. Is it too late to rough it out with dirt? Actually, you're probably right. I should do that. We'll rough that edge out with dirt. That should be enough. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Them some mangoes. Those look real nice. I like that a lot. Would it be worth chiseling in the middle? Maybe. But I want to stick to the roughing out first. As long as I can stand here and sight down this line, in my periphery I can see the shadows enough of the sides of those blocks to tell that whether it's correct or not. Alright, let's try the dirt roughing out. It's a good idea. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Just the same. Bring it in. 1, 2, 3. So we might even want to go a little harder on that angle. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like what we want to do is we want to just probably tear these two out. This might end up sort of being more Christmas tree-like then, so we might even do like a 1 to 2 slope for some of this. Let's try 1 to 2 slope, or 1 to 2 weirdo proportions slope. So that's even a little bit too, or not steep enough. I did something here I wasn't supposed to. I know what I did wrong. I think I know what I did wrong. And that's a little too extreme. That would end up with a point like here. Well, would it? Would it, though? And then 1, 2. Oh, it's perfect, actually. I think. Wait, no, it's not. It's not perfect. It's close. It's close to perfect. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.